Hello and welcome everyone. Thank you very much for tuning in, especially after that car crash of a performance yet again. I'm joined by Ricky from the 1892 Reds podcast. And also, as we do with a lot of these shows, if you are watching, you want to interact, get involved with the episode, or if you are watching on the repeat, always get your comments in. The link to the StreamYard is in the description. So if you please do have a camera, it'd be very much appreciated. You're welcome to jump on if you want. Have your say. Most importantly, I'd much rather you, Ricky, and everyone jump on. Let me know, express your emotions as well, because Ricky, quite frankly, Liverpool limping out of yet another trophy that we did win last season. We were on a parading it around Liverpool, and yet again, mate, for me, going into today's game, as it has always been the case this season, the FA Cup has presented Liverpool with their only realistic chance of a trophy, and we've more or less bloody threw that out the window again, mate.
Yeah, I mean, season's finished for me. There's nothing to look forward to in terms of going forward this season. Champions League want to get smashed out of that as well.
Big up, Scott. Big up, LJ as well.
I don't see where we go from here in terms of the team, the players, the club, the owners. Every week we're just watching the same old crap be put on display.
It's going to be a long season, mate. As Scott said there, mate. It certainly is needing investment. Big up, Scott, and big up, chat as well. I will feature every single one of your comments as well. You don't need to super chat or not, and always get featured, whether I agree or disagree. That's why I created my channel. As long as everyone's respectful, as always is the case in the comments. So, yeah, it certainly is needed investment in that team, and a lot of investment. Salah needs to go now. Unfortunately, also not good enough, needs dropping. And I'd agree, Scott. I was saying with my dad watching that game, mate, said to Ricky on his post-match, regardless of how much Salah and how good Salah has been, we all know how good Salah has been. I'll get straight into it from my point of view, mate. I said to you on your post-match, regardless of how much money he's gone, how good he has been, Liverpool, since he's come back from the African Cup of Nations, quite frankly, Salah has been absolutely, utterly atrocious. And what frustrated me the most, Ricky, as well, chat, was his lack of pressing in the final third. Regardless of how poor this Liverpool team has been this season, when Salah is fundamentally not doing the pressing, there were so many times in that game, Rick, I don't know if you picked up on it, Jürgen was absolutely screaming at Salah on the touchline. He was half-assed, pressed, he was half-assed. Yet you can talk about players' confidence, but confidence only goes a certain way. You need to be applying yourselves in every transition, every moment when you're in that game, mate. Salah today, and yet I will pick out Salah because, quite frankly, his performances are very much flew under the radar for the last couple of weeks, and it's almost like you can't question Salah because, of course, he's been one of our best players. Well, he has been our best players for the last couple of seasons, but we need Salah now more than ever, and his performances, quite frankly, are not being absolutely atrocious.
He's a one-trick pony, Mo Salah. Teams have figured Mo Salah out, not just this season. I think a little bit of last season. You get Mo Salah on his left foot, what's he going to do with it? What he can do is try and cut in. He can't pass. He's going to try and...
big up Hannah, big up LJ as well, big up him.
Try and cut in on his left foot, try and have a shot that ain't going to go nowhere. I still think it's no shots in target in 4 games for Mo Salah.
Chat, did he actually have a shot on target? Can't.
Oh, no, I think he had that half one that got cleared off the line by Dunk in the first half.
Yeah,
but
I suppose
not really a shot, it was a cross, wasn't it? But you had that. He ain't really. He's on $350 a week. So I'm hearing people saying the money we pay Mo Salah a week is taking a chunk out of Liverpool's finances. Let's make no mistake about it. If FSG don't get out this club ASAP, us Liverpool fans have got nothing to look forward to going forward because there's no money at the club.
The only way, Ricky, the only way Liverpool get funds is if we get rid of a big player.
There is no big players.
Well, Salah, I think the only bit of value in the club left the three players, Van Dijk, Alisson, Salah, they're the only three players that you would probably not look to sell, but if the owners were sell to buy policy again.
Let's be realistic. You'd be lucky to get 50 million tops for Mo Salah.
Yeah. It's frustrating, mate. But was it just you, mate, or was it me? Like I was watching that Salah performance yet again for like the 4th-5th week running, and it's absolutely abysmal, mate. And don't get me wrong, chap, we're going to be getting on Fabinho, Christ almighty. When you've got a number 6 down the M52, a couple of 40 minutes away in Manchester playing as well as he has. Well, Casemiro is how old, Ricky? I think he's only like 6-8 months older than Fabinho, and Casemiro is pulling up trees and he's spearheading single-handedly Manchester United up the league table. He is a world-class player and he has been for the best part of the last 10 years in that Real Madrid team, and he's come to the Premier League and he's revolutionised that squad, Manchester United squad, in all honesty. And as Hannah said, pathetic. 100% Hannah, great. I've had Mick beside our dugout because all I could hear was Pep Lijnders micromanage the game. He was telling everyone to move here and everywhere, sounding like overcoaching to me. I'd very much agree with that, Alan. But at the minute, as every Liverpool fan, I've watched this Liverpool squad up and down the world. It's the same things. It's Ricky spoke to you on your post-match, mate. We said, what were you doing in Dubai? What have you been doing? It's almost like they haven't played Brighton, but we only played them, last week or a couple of days ago, and we got absolutely slapped all over the place in the Premier League.
Yeah, I mean, what do we do in training week in, week out? Because we can't defend, we can't press. It's just watching. I don't even know what I'm watching half the time at the minute with Liverpool. There's just nothing there. It's just the same old basics we can't do in terms of this. You could hear Klopp shouting the first 15 minutes like proper loud.
And the consistent thing as well, said to you on your post-match, Ricky. The inconsistency of playing. What are we doing? Why are we playing Harvey left wing? Why are we playing Harvey central midfield? He's not any of them. He's a right winger fundamentally, Ricky, and we've seen that with that worldy goal and performance. We've seen how much of an attacking threat Liverpool were when Salah fundamentally wasn't on the pitch.
Why are we hoofing the ball upfield? For me, that just
desperation. That screams to me desperation, mate. Lack of ideas.
Fucking hell.
Oh, bloody hell. You done it for video there. Bloody hell. Red cards to dive that lad. Go on, clip that for later. That's kind of said to leave. There you go.
We hoofed the ball up the field because
you were moving like Joe Gomez inside our
penalty
area there, lads.
Yeah, mate, I moved like Joe Gomez when Matoma brought it down and twisted him in the 6-yard box, mate. It's embarrassing.
Yeah. But yeah, no, disappointing, mate. We put on 5 subs: Henson, Milner, Jones, Darwin, and Fab. Only Milner did anything. Yeah, it's the thing, Alan. I joked to my dad and probably all of us, the year to be 2050 and Liverpool continuing to bring on a 57-year-old James Milner to try and get us out of the doghouse, in all honesty. Big up level, well, rubbish, in all honesty, mate. It's the thing, Hannah, and this notion.
How much you get to him, though?
Yeah, it's this notion, though, mate. We're moving like a bloody League 2 team, wheeling and dealing. Oh, if we can get 15 million here or there. If we sell them, we're not spending that money on anyone. But
he don't go for a big fee. He goes for 15 mil tops.
Yeah, what's that going to go on to? Another contract extension for Salah, so we can we'll limit ourselves in the transfer market. But I tell you what, Ricky, he fundamentally was one of the main reasons we won the FA Cup last season, mate. It's all about having that squad depth. But if we sell him, mate, we'll be getting knocked out of the FA Cup and the League Cup every single bloody second round we play in now. Fabinho is done, Gary. Thoughts on Fabinho, Ricky? Can you understand? Can you fathom why this big, massive drop-off? I'm not buying just because he's had a kid and he's tired and all that. And I get that can be tiring as a parent, as a human anyway. But even still, If
Do you
he
know
needs,
why? Do you know what the massive drop off is? It's because he's looked around in the last season and a half, 2 years. He's had enough, hasn't he? I mean, who wouldn't have enough? Looking at that same midfield for the last 5 years with no refreshments.
it's disappointing, mate. And that's why I haven't done a bloody video, mate, for like in a week. So apologise, chap, but I just quite frankly can't be asked doing a video when this Liverpool team can't be asked. It's almost like, oh, we nearly won the quadruple. Sounds. It's like we don't stop and stand still. And Mintomo for 2 million. Why weren't Liverpool all over that? Like a player of his quality. What are our scouts doing? Every Liverpool fan is doing this. We've prided ourselves in having the best in world football in terms of the recruitment over the last 3 years, 4 years. But quite frankly, there's so many players going under the radar, Ricky.
Look at Arsenal. Arsenal top of the Premier League, and they're not resting on that. They're bringing players in to improve their team. They want Casado. They bid 60 mil for him the other day. Trossard's come in. Apparently, they've got a hefty budget to spend this January or the summer.
We've got no doubt. Well, and as you were alluding to there, Ricky, before we go on, there was a video. Was it Klopp? You just explained to chat as well what happened there in the presser.
Klopp got asked after the game in the press conferences, is he going to get any help this January in terms of incomings? And he just basically said no, and then smiled at the end of it and walked off.
Like, why are we moving like a mid-table team, mate? This is Liverpool Football Club.
Made the third highest income in world football, and yet we're moving like Stoke City. We're spending like Southampton.
I think they're in the Championship now, aren't they, Stoke?
Championship teams spend more money than Liverpool. FSG are tight, need to go, sell the club, get out. We need an owner that's going to come in willing to spend money. Because listen, whoever takes over Liverpool Football Club is not doing it for money, because there's no money to be made on Liverpool Football Club now. We're at peak value, peak money. We've made the most money that we're ever going to make in terms of.
Was it you yesterday that said to me, mate, or Chas, probably bring it up, one is a no. Once this new stand gets built at Liverpool are generating, is it £10 million per match day?
Yeah, match day, apparently.
With the new stands, but we won't see any of that, I bet you. That's going into the back of FSG's pockets.
Apparently £10 million per match day when the stadium's all done. But listen, we all know where that's going.
Yeah, but yeah, frustrating, mate. And you know me, chat, I'm not going to be naive and come on here and be positive, because quite frankly, that's why I couldn't be asked doing a video all week, chat, because I knew the bog standard performance that was coming anyway. And it's not a case of obviously doing a video when Liverpool win. That's hard. It's easier to do that, but you get slagged off on social media if you're quite negative to the club. It's like and I've seen quite a lot of my good mates get absolutely slaughtered when they're doing the videos or doing content in general, just for speaking their mind. There's people. And for one, everyone, I've had you, Ricky, I've disagreed with you with loads of stuff. I've had people on my channel and people like respect goes a long way, and especially on the lack of respect in social media terms. If someone has a difference of opinion, you've just got to respect it. But this gatekeeping of the Liverpool fan base needs to stop, in all honesty, because if you disagree with someone, respect them, listen to their opinion as well. And but yeah, and a lot of people have been saying that the writing has been on the wall for the best part of the last 18 months, really, but people were refusing to very much listen. But yeah, everyone keep on producing the content, everyone. Keep on being you. Don't be changing for anyone. Big up everyone as well for doing the content. But it's just annoying, mate. That's why he's done me head in, mate. Yes, the fellas, Tom, you're enjoying that, aren't you, lad? Klopp is... and he's got to take some personal points as well, mate. He's... It's the thing, Ricky. There's no one really questioning Klopp from in-house internally, is there, mate? And I think that's what Jurgen Klopp, if any job, mate, you need someone, or you need people close to you to criticise you and say where you're going wrong, where you're going right. But at the minute, Jurgen's got too many yes men round him. For you, has he, or what?
For me, I will not criticise Jurgen Klopp until FSG are at this club. I believe he's doing the best of what he can do. Let's not forget he's brought us all these trophies over the last couple of years.
Oh yeah, we're being League Two. We didn't have Jurgen Klopp at this moment in time, mate.
With no financial backing. So I will give Klopp the benefit of the doubt until he's given the right resources to spend money to buy players that he needs. And then if it's not going well with him, then after doing that, then you can start to question Klopp. But I don't get this question Klopp now because people are moaning about the substitutions. It's all good.
What's he got to bring on, mate? He's got nothing to bring on.
Turns around, he sees Curtis Jones sitting there. And he sees Fabinho, who looked like he could barely get out of the chair.
Jurgen watches Fabinho and for like a hawk, doesn't he? Klopp and know himself deep down. He's a very experienced. He's played over 1,000 matches in football, managed 1,000 games in football. He knows when a play is finished.
Yeah, we've seen Klopp.
And I'd agree with Connor. Himself, Fabinho, I think he's gone.
How much you get for him? But you've seen Klopp this season, last season, absolutely annihilate Fabinho on the pitch. But then he turns around and he sees Oxlade-Chamberlain in the nursing room, not waiting to come on. Like who do we bring on for these players? There is no one to bring on.
Yeah, the answer. Well, I wish the answer was on a postcard chat, but I get to everyone's comments and everyone's speaking facts as always. Chat. Said chat. Everyone's in chat every single time. Is always respectful, even if you do disagree with what each other's point is. All very respectful, and that's how I love it. Why did Klopp? I wish I knew birds. I hope you're well as well. Good to see you in chat, mates, and every single one of you is poor when you only have to one attacking player on the benchmark, and that's the thing. And people will go, "Oh, what happens if Diaz will come back? Jota come back?" Sounds. But the players, bloody hell. Oh, yeah, if you had a big bright idea there, Nicky. Yeah, Nicky's had a bright idea. The light's gone off in his head. What is the answer, Nicky?
Just call it a day.
Just finish the season now. Oh, bloody hell. Oh, so there's so many comical clips coming from the Nicky here today. Fabinho, as I said, yeah, we'll quickly rattle through me points that I wanted to talk about anyway. Not a lot. Fabinho should have been sent off, shouldn't have been brought on. Need to start playing players in the natural position and not forcing them out wide. Stop playing Elliott as a central midfielder. Stop playing him as a left winger. Play him as a right winger. Play Gakpo left wing and not a striker. Play Salah through the middle if you can't. If you can't get him in, don't start him. Bring him off the bench. Probably have a better impact. But yeah, I'll rattle through all these comments, mate. Big up, Con. Why did Klopp? Yeah, I wish I knew birds. Stefan, and that was the only thing, Ricky. The only positive to come out of this game yet again was a young 18, 19-year-old Stefan Bajcetic. Future's bright for this, lads. And if you want to look to a positive and want to look to something to really go forward and really a pillar to really Liverpool to build around, it's that lad in midfield.
Yeah, I mean, it's the second game, I think, in a row where he's picked up an early yellow card, and you think them young players could tend to lose their head a little bit after picking up an early yellow card and potentially get another one not too long after. But his game management and that type of thing, for me, is good at the age he is. He looks a talent, but again, let's hope we don't kill him by relying too heavily on him like we have young Harvey, who keeps getting criticised week in, week out, and he's still only 19 years of age. So hopefully we don't kill another one in Bajcetic.
It's the thing, no, mate, and that stems, and you're spot on there, mate, that stems to the environment in which we've created over the last 2 seasons. You look at City and you look at Bayern, you look at Real Madrid's, the top talents they bring through or they sign. It's about having that core elite level and then bringing, look what City done with Foden. Like, they brought him in, didn't throw him in straight away. He played a handful of games and then brought him in. And it's having that great core, mate. Would you agree, or would you add to that, or what?
Yeah, I mean, it's good to have the young players getting game time. But how much progression are they going to make playing in such a poor squad, poor environment? Listen, you can't learn much off the players that are at the club in them sort of positions at the minute. Who's he learning off? Ox, Naby Keita, Jordan Henderson, a dead Fabinho. So he's not really gaining anything, really, is he?
No, and yeah, it's frustrating, mate. It's that degree level. Yeah, we're a long way off of this season, mate. In all honesty, big up man of. Yeah, oh Christ. But we're all living in cloud cuckoo land. Like a certain section of this fan base. It's like we're going to get to 5 games to the end of the season. We'll be 10 points off top 4. And I'm all for getting behind the lads. And all of us, every single Liverpool fan, we're all behind these lads. But when it's a point of when certain players like today couldn't be asked to actually run through a brick wall for this football club, run through a brick wall for that manager. And when the owners are being very naive and everyone big up everyone, I think we're all in the same, and even Alan's been one of the strongest FSG, not inners, but Alan's been on the channel last week as well, and big up Alan, because what's it got to take, like Ricky, to get people like. It's another show for another night because
protest.
Lack of their protest, mate, will be 6 points above the relegation zone come what this season, and there still won't be a protest. The Anfield atmosphere, lack of Anfield atmosphere when it being this season, when it being last season and the season before, countless times. You get to the stadium and people can't be asked, in all honesty, in the stands. The amazing away support and the people in the Kop as well, but when you go in the stadium, you were there, was it a couple of weeks ago, mate, for the FA Cup game? Dead atmosphere again.
Near a pin drop. It's like a library.
But supposedly Liverpool got one of the best atmospheres. We only turn up when there's a big European game anyway. One attacking option
next season.
Oh yeah. Swear to God, we get Europa League or Europa Conference or whatever you call it. Please though. One attacking option off the bench today. Yeah, we're going to be saying the same thing, trying to 100% agree with you. But yeah, and that's desperation, isn't it, Alan, when we're thinking about putting Costas or trying to do something. But at the end of the day, fundamentally comes down to the players, comes down to the coaching staff, comes down to the owners as well as one cohesive unit. We've ran out of ideas. And what, Ricky? 19 league games left to go in the season?
Yeah, 19 too many for me. Because we ain't doing nothing this season, are we? It's just pointless. Yeah. Pointless 19 games for us. What's it? Because it's trying to finish as high as you can just to get that extra £1 million for every position you finish.
Yeah, get to 40 points and knocking on that. That's 100% there, Aaron. Because this season is a write-off. You're telling me, and tell you what, I'll be buzzing, I'll be beaming from every bloody corner of the globe in Liverpool beat Real Madrid. But let's not kid ourselves. It's Real Madrid. We played our best game last year in the Champions League final and still got beat by them. We controlled that midfield. Ibu had the best game of his life, probably the best game of his career so far. But yeah, disappointing. But yeah, Ibu, that's the thing level. He's not a bad player. He's just got Joe Gomez alongside him. I play Gakpo down the left. That's the thing, Shay, and Ricky, that's the main thing, innit? We said this on your pod. Why we continuing to persist with Gakpo through the middle? Closing point on that, mate. On Shay's comment there, mate.
Listen, I'm not.
These are elite level managers that get paid millions to make these decisions.
I feel sorry for Gakpo. Like, he shouldn't be at Liverpool Football Club. He wasn't what we needed. If someone told Jurgen Klopp you got 40 mil to spend, he wouldn't have gone to spend it on Cody Gakpo. When he was, what was it, the back end of the summer last year that he said that he made a mistake and we need a centre midfielder. Yeah, we've gone round to the next transfer window and spent our only 40 mil on another winger, striker. Make it make sense, it don't. Cody no goals. I feel sorry for him. He will come good, but he's not what we need right now. And I don't see where he fits in when Nunes and Jota are back, unless Klopp's going to turn him into a centre midfield as well, like he has the 30 other strikers that we've had.
It's frustrating, mate. And like all of us, absolutely fuming. And I'm more angry, mate, for all the away fans and people that travelled all the way in the early hours to get to Brighton. How long is that, Ricky, from Liverpool to Brighton? Probably you're down there, aren't you? Is it
It's
5, 6
about an
hours?
hour away. Yeah, it's about an hour away from me,
Yeah,
Brighton.
so 4 or 5 hour car
Yeah.
journey, which is madness. And for me, we got to start. These players need to start sacrificing their wages when they're putting out performance levels like they have done this season, mate. You've got people spending hard-earned money going all the way down to Brighton. It's frustrating. But yeah, that's the thing, level innit? That's the thing. But we don't support Accrington Stanley. We support Liverpool Football Club fundamentally. We strive to win trophies. That's what Shankly built. That's what Bob built. That's what the foundations in the 1892 Reds as Liverpool foundations, now 130-year history. We don't strive to be a top 10 team. We strive to be one of the elite level. And we have been there, Ricky, haven't we? We have been over the last 3-4 years. But I think the performance levels, we've been massively masked over. We've ridden on a wave and we've not continued to fundamentally build that wave below us and build some of the strong foundations in which Liverpool have set, but we've just gone 20 steps back. In all honesty,
Yeah,
mate.
like that comment there that Jurgen Klopp said that we've been spoiled for hitting top four every season, which is quite embarrassing.
Did he say that level? I swear to God, if he's actually said
No, he
Klopp
did.
said that.
He come out. I think it was last month sometime in an interview saying that Liverpool fans are spoiled for hitting top four all the time, getting Champions League. It shouldn't be a given. Was his words. But listen, we ain't gonna be a top four team soon, are we? We're gonna be a top 10, so we won't be spoiled then.
It's all right, Shay. We're going to be having Milner for. I think Milner's legit. Going to be getting a new contract extension anyway. So
the excuses have come out already, ain't they? The excuses have started yesterday. What was it? The pandemic's killed Liverpool. We're the only team it's killed. The Bellingham funds. We've got the funds.
Yeah, Ricky, I've studied media for 6, 7 years. And people just would all how naive to the press. They pre-plan every single story. Like, it's so scripted. You could literally chat. We know exactly what the press are going to be writing tonight or in the next 2 months. The pre-production planning for the articles that will be getting written by these journalists in about 3, 6, 9 months' time. It's we supposedly went for Bellingham or we went for X, Y, and Z player. No. Liverpool, Liverpool Football Club are like that. Cast out your fishing line. You know exactly what you're going to get in terms of it's so blatantly scripted, mate.
But what winds me up is that the journalists that are based around Liverpool Football Club and do all the news around Liverpool Football Club are yes men. They're PR yes men. They get fed information for when Liverpool are not playing great. It wouldn't surprise me if an article tonight comes out to try and boost morale somewhere that we're interested in this player. And then when we win a game, it goes back down to level 1 interest. But the journalists around Liverpool Football Club make me sick, to be fair. They're just yes men. And
they were all happy to ask the trained PR questions when we were going for 4 league titles last season.
Yeah.
Ginny left the football club, not and got asked. Well, probably there might have been 1 or 2 asking questions. But it's, as you said, mate, it all comes down to that, mate. It's
like they're scared to put a question towards Jurgen Klopp, a serious question about the owners, about his tactics, about why is he not like the midfield situation. They just all ask him stupid questions every press conference because they don't want to lose their privileges. They don't want to lose their front row seat at Jurgen Klopp, same as what he said last week presser. Like, ask a serious question. I think one guy did it. He asked about the investment, and Jurgen Klopp sort of melted a little bit because he didn't know what to say. But
I
this is the
just
type of questions we need to ask, not these silly questions. When's he back from injury? That we all know when he's back, or
I just
when's
wish
he?
we got a bit of honesty from Jurgen,
Yeah,
mate. Even if he needs to not put a job on the line, but he just needs to say it how it is. Not this beating around the bush nonsense that we've had for like the last 3 months, 4 months. If Liverpool's getting sold and if the Jurgen's come out to say within the process of selling the club, I can't sign this player or that player, I can't, my hands are tied, then that would literally shut me up, shut you up, shut every Liverpool fan up. Not this commotion all around. Like, have a bit of honesty, Jurgen. That's all we're crying out for. And
and
I wouldn't last 2 seconds in the Jurgen press conference, mate. He'd probably look at my video and go, right, you're not coming in, you son. And I'm not asked, mate. Like, I just want to see Liverpool winning games of football. Like, we have done. And that's not saying, oh, we have done. But to stay at the top of any elite sport, you need to reinvest when you are on top of your game.
like you've got when they go into the press conferences, not ask. Let's not ask about the ownership or investment or whatnot. Is when's Bobby Firmino back? We all know when Bobby Firmino's back. A couple of weeks. Jurgen Klopp said it on his Friday press conference. So why are you asking him after the game on his Sunday press conference? The same question that you've asked him already. It's just stupid.
And then we started on playing players when their contracts are running out. That
Yeah, but you say that.
Naby, yeah, I was gonna say you are, but then if we're playing, but hope Naby is holding. I'm surprised bloody Naby didn't end up in an ambulance after getting bloody clattered by, was it Grob or Pascal Gross or whoever he got absolutely done in by. Ricky will miss Kelly. It's all right. Probably playing him there. It's all right though. We'll be scraping the barrel in a couple of months, selling Keller here to sign someone. That's our standard. Even Gakpo said that Manchester
selling for 20 mil Keller, and we'll go buy Sander Berge for 30.
Yeah, we've been allowed to go stale again, similar to the end of the Gerrard/Torres era as well. Yeah, we've never actually replaced Xabi Alonso. No,
That's Scalzi.
Yeah, goals. Honestly, forgot. We will be a rough season, but yeah. Kelly started his career in midfield, I believe. Probably better. Probably be a better centre half than Joe Gomez at the minute. Kelly will have, but yeah. I think always probably want Kelly to get a regular starting game, because I tell you what now, chat, we cry out squad depth, but I've said for months and overs, Kelleher is one of the best number 2s in the whole of Europe, and I bet you whatever. Right, oh, Christ, probably quicker than Milner anyway. But yeah, exactly. Mark, we've been 4 weeks. Gakpo signed for us. He was 40. But yeah. But it's all right. We're playing Gakpo, and we signed him as a left winger. And now we're signing him to play him through the middle. Don't understand. But you'll rattle through all these anyways. Not a question, but a fact. Worst piece of business we've done this year is to give Salah. 100% there, Brian. 100%. And I think a lot of Liverpool fans would agree. I'd agree, Brian. And if you go back on my videos I've done with Ricky and on the channel, I was crying out for Mane to give him a contract. Yes. And Ricky, it's almost like we kind of forgot that Aubameyang had done this a couple of months, 12 months prior. Footballers are footballers. And again, we've already spoke about this, don't go around with, but I'll let you answer that, Brian, what Brian said there and that question. I'd agree with Brian, 100%. I think a lot in chat as well.
Aubameyang, Ozil, there's plenty of Man United players that have done it.
Plenty of Chelsea players as well.
Yeah. Mane, for me, I know there was a lot of talk about Mane's form. But it now looks like Mane made Salah a better player. All day long, I would give Mane a new deal. I did want Salah to have a new deal, but the 350 that he's come out with is just disgusting.
Yeah. Big up Richard as well, 100%.
See.
Yeah, quite a lot of new faces as well. Hit that subscribe button, everyone. As I said, yeah, I'm always quite positive. I've done for the last 3-4 years as well, and I'm probably guilty of riding the crest of a wave of winning games of football. But as I said, you're going to get real talk from me and Ricky. And as I said, and if people don't like real talk, then you don't have to watch anyway. But absolute legends in the comments. Big old Richards, and I think Brian as well, obviously watching on Facebook as well. You're absolute legend, mate. Ricky is from the 1892 Reds podcast as well. Do you have a Facebook page, Rick? You just need to get one sorted.
We've got Twitter and TikTok.
Oh, go on! You can see that video of Ricky nearly slipping on his ass on his desk.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm clipping that for Luke. You know the way Luke is the other host of the 18 Reds TV. But yeah, big up chat. Everyone's been speaking facts as well. We've been relying on certain players from Richard for far too long. It's why we are here now. We need new players in that midfield, and the confidence will come back. 100%. Richard's probably add some more defenders and even attackers to the mix as well, mate. Big up Joseph. Thank you for tuning in, mate. Up Liverpool. I got a feel. Well, yeah. And as we were speaking level about the media trained darlings that they are in and around Liverpool Football Club, Access FC, it's done the Sanderberg, and I've been doing YouTube for like 4 or 5 years. Those Sanderberg rumours, even when Sheffield United were in the Premier League, those rumours were still continuing to persistently go around. It's almost like the Jude Bellingham rumours are coming around. Just wait until you have the Mbappe rumour nonsense come out in a couple of weeks. It'll be like, oh, we had them last week, didn't we, Ricky? It was like 2 weeks ago. It was like, oh, Mbappe supposedly turned down Liverpool. No, he didn't. No sports reporters anymore, lads. All go to college. But yeah, and that goes to a point as well, Alan. As much as it pained us, and much as he was an absolute legendary manager for Manchester United, Fergie just added out with a lot of them, mate. Fergie just threw them all under the bus, all the reporters. But yeah, ours too, Jack. I said, Salah, don't give him this pay rise. Damons, it won't be to the rest of the players. And guess what? We've been, 100% there, panel. But big up chat. Ricky, where can chat find you? Me and you just done a post-match reaction video then, didn't we?
18.
Where everyone can find you, please, miss.
1892 Reds TV. Just come over. If you like the honest truth about where the club is at the minute, come give us a subscribe or a follow or a watch. We will be live again Thursday to do our Wolves preview. Not that I'm looking forward to doing any sort of preview going forward. But we was going to do a bit of a deadline day thing, but what's the point? We're Liverpool Football Club. We don't
not signing anyone. Probably don't sign someone in a new kitchen KP or something. But like,
and if we do sign Sanderberg, I will not be doing a Sanderberg signs pod. We'll not be doing it. But yeah, thanks for having us on, Jack, as always.
Yeah, and you continue, and everyone doing content. Everyone, big up yourselves. As I said, I've watched a lot of Liverpool content anyway. So yeah, you can usually find Ricky behind the door.
Yes.
He's not just sliding off a seat. He's slide cancelling, aren't you, Ricky, on Call of Duty?
Got to try and keep my kills
KD
to death
up.
ratio.
Yeah, he's got to get his
level
KD
up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, when watching Ricky is the equivalent to watching Fabinho be a boss in midfield at this current moment.
I tend to have more bullets than I start with.
The shot accuracy is up there with Mohamed Salah in the last 4 games, mate. Anyway, so ne point, as they say in France. But big up chat as well. Yeah, big up everyone. As I said, nice one for that. But a massive thank you fundamentally to every single one of you. As I said, really do appreciate you taking the time out on this Sunday evening. Thought we were on Saturday, but we're on Sunday. As I said, big up yourselves, everyone. Try and go into your week with quite a lot of positivity. Focus on yourselves, spend it with family, friends as well. So I do continue to keep on saying Liverpool will eventually turn a corner, but we're not this season. I'm, as I said to Ricky on his post-match, I'm probably just going to pre-record the same video and re-release it after every single game, because that is the amount of effort Liverpool are putting in currently. It's the same thing every single game in, game out. But big up yourselves, everyone. Spend it with your family, spend it with your mates, have a little drink or bevy or whatnot. Relax. Because Christ, it's going to be strap yourselves in, because it's going to be a very long season, Reds. Yeah, nothing's changing in the window, we all know. But chat, as I said, every single one is a massive thank you, Ricky. Thank you. I needed someone to vent to. Needed you, everyone in chat as well. Yous make all the shows, everyone. Big up yourselves. Have a lovely rest of your Sunday night. Try and enjoy it. If you're having a Sunday roast, it's nice. And chat, yeah, we'll be back. Hang on, I was quickly looking at the fixtures for Liverpool. So we got Wolves next. Chat. Liverpool. English chat, it's Wolves. The Ev. With Sean Dyche, Ricky. Are you looking forward to that?
No. Didn't he broke the record? He broke the Anfield record. So what's the lot to say that he'll beat us at Anfield with Everton?
Yeah, Everton will probably finish above us this season. But yeah, so we've got Wolves on Saturday the 4th. So that's next. Well, it's a couple of weeks. Yeah, a couple of days. Next Saturday. So Wolves away in the league. Everton at home in the Premier League. Newcastle away, getting no points there. Real Madrid at home, going to get slapped up 3-0. And yeah, Palace, who have been absolutely shocking in reality. They present nothing with up front. You just know Mateta's going to get an hat-trick against our back line anyway. But chat, enough of me rambling. Big up yourselves. Ricky, have a fantastic rest of your weekend. Chat, have a lovely rest of your Sunday. Sit back, relax, whack on a film. Probably more entertaining watch Liverpool recently. But as Doug's alluded to, yeah. Well, yeah, it's going to be better at the minute. But chat, try and enjoy the rest of the end of your week, the end of your weekend. Massive thank you to every single one for tuning in. Reds, we go again.